what we usually look at is investment as a function, as a percentage of GDP. Okay, what we do is, we don't have any theoretical concepts. We look at empirical. We look at China, we look at Korea, we look at Japan, and see what they have done when they have reached a certain level of development. It's like a normal curve, there's a point of inflection. After which the demand rises faster. A normal curve, how does it go? It grows slowly and then there's a point of inflection and it grows very fast. Right? So, I mean, maybe not so straight, but whatever. So, this is where we are interested, the point of inflection. Usually what we look at is whether investment as a percentage of GDP have reached a certain level, and empirical evidence tells us that it is around 30% of GDP, which was seen in Japan, which was seen in Korea, which was seen in China, or in other countries. The next thing we look at is whether savings as a percentage of GDP, domestic savings, is also around 30% of GDP. Meaning to say that domestic savings can sustain that investment over a period of time. But the most important thing is per capita income reaching a certain threshold level. And usually, what we have seen for telecom sector, for example, is when the per capita income in India was increasing, demand for telecom services is increasing slowly. It suddenly zoomed after it reached about $1,000 per person, around that. Very clear-cut example. So, yes, there was demand that was generated. It was generated because per capita income reached a certain threshold. It got generated because technology got the cost down. But it also got generated because the private sector was not allowed. Competitive prices wouldn't have got up, but passing of the benefits on the technology wouldn't have come down.
So what I was trying to get at is the technology actually broke the monopoly power also, and the regulator facilitated by competition. So competition and technology basically played together.
But the competition has to be allowed. That's the point.
No, that's agreed. But I'm just saying the technology actually helps.
For example, computers. Prices have come down so much, and we in a zest for software completely have ignored this sector. And today we lament that we've done nothing for our hardware. And today, again we have gone back to the drawing board, and now we are putting all our focus on hardware. Where countries like Malaysia and all the Philippines have all got Intel and everything. And the funniest part is, it's all Indians who are making it. Automation is like everything. But that's how it is. Okay. So, just a bit of development story. But
just a small point here also. If you compare telecom with, say, civil aviation, in civil aviation there is no technological breakthrough, not major, and so that's the impact. The way you see dramatically in telecom hasn't happened so much in the civil aviation. Although regulator has tried to play a facilitating role there also, but technology hasn't really been able to facilitate. So the impact has been there, but not as much as it has been so starkly visible in the telecom case.
In the civil aviation sector, the regulator has admitted there is no regulator.
Which means basically, in the sense, you have brought in the competition, but competition is not sustainable.
We brought in competition through law. But we do not have a regulator in the civil aviation sector. We just have a regulator for the safety part. We do not have a regulator who determines who has been able to get the price barrier down. Something happens just due to sheer competition.
Yeah.
But once they all realize that they are all killing each other.
The thing is, in telecom, the scale has broken down, which is the national monopoly power has itself. But in civil aviation, it's still very long way off. Unless everybody starts making those cars very cheaply, everybody can fly, then something might happen. But as of now,
So we have lots of stupid laws. Like you have to fly
I said in telecom USO you have. In telecom also you have similar law. USO is the same thing. Only thing is USO you can contribute by money. Where in there you have. So that can be one kind of simplifying regulation which can be there. Nobody is thinking that.
Even then, there is a regulator, there is huge demand in the market. But we can say, in terms of the supply, the electricity market has failed in India. Because we are not going to meet that kind of demand.
I think regulation is still very strong. Regulation is very strong. Although technology has changed, power can be cheaper, but you're not allowing the regulations to kind of reduce in their intensity.
But in nuclear power, I think the government has allowed a certain percentage of privatization also.
No, in the sense of the distribution. See, the problem in electricity is your generation you have reformed, but you haven't reformed the distribution part, where the main competition can come in.
Then you can put private discoms.
No, private means what? It's public monopoly to private monopoly. You have not created competition. Wherever the area is, it's a monopoly, still monopoly.
The bodies are not harming.
Private sector does not seem synonymous with competition. It's a monopoly, earlier was a public monopoly, now it's a private monopoly.
That is one point. What you have done in the electricity sector is, in the electricity sector you had one player who generated electricity and who generated the bills. What you have been able to do is unbundle the entire process. So you have unbundled the entire process into generation, into transmission and distribution, and then distribution into households and connection of these companies. And you have latent private players in the last part. But the transmission and distribution is where the maximum losses still happen. Number one. Number two, generation of electricity you have allowed private players to come in, but it is hugely dependent on natural resources, which you have a huge problem. In India, you generate electricity from hydro or coal. Coal is limited. Getting coal linkage and dedicated coal supply is not easy. It's very difficult. Number three, the renewable energy, like solar, is only getting a place now. What has the government done for the national solar mission, the Jawaharlal solar mission? It has announced a tariff of 18 rupees 44 paisa per unit if you are the